Hey, graduates, what's up? Walk on, walk on, walk on, my people. Today is catch up day. Yes, it's catch up day. It's hump day. We're going to catch up on certain things on social media. Yes, a relaxed life today. So we're just going to chit chat about certain things. Big up yourself, right? Make sure to like up the live as soon as you come on. We're going to discuss this. Hey. Because me wonder how come me alone see it. Well, not just me alone, because when I post it, one and two, I'm a graduate them. On a sharp like a razor. Una see exactly what me see. No, sir. But them Christian here out here going bad, Them going on very, very bad. Big up yourself, bro, Shaka. Yes, beloved. Them are going bad out here, people. Yes, yes, yes. And we have to talk about it. Because remember, now, we are the unsaved and we are the sinners. Those of us who are not in church, those of us who do, praise the Lord and, every Sunday or every Saturday, depending on whether or not you see whichever one as the Sabbath. So we have to pay attention to these things because many of us are trying to get our soul right with the Lord. Yes. And some of us stubborn. Why, but say, I have to talk. Yes, I have to talk. We're going to talk about this. So, first of all, before I get started, let me go through the graduates who are present in class. That's that early. Okay, live and let live. Big up yourself. We've got Telvon. Big up yourself. Misty Brown. Big up yourself. And as my admin says, welcome one, welcome all to HGK's live. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to show appreciation to the channel. Let me pin that comment. Okay, Misty Brown. Big up yourself. I already hail bro Shaka, but me hail him again. Cause you don't know, say the big boss that's in the house. And big up yourself, bro Shaka. Natalie, good evening. I see you, I see you. Miss Linda Paris, good evening, good evening. No laugh. No laugh, Misty. Hey, I think that these make us stubborn. Let me not tell you. Yo, when I observe these things, it just make me afraid. It just make me afraid. But you see, before we go into the spy story, I will go in a depth as the class start to build up. Big up yourself, 1115. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna talk about a variety of things. We're gonna talk about Spice. She did give a response to the criticism and the backlash that she's been receiving for this Ruth at Boas women's conference. So we are going to talk about that. And we are going to talk about the subsequent reply or responses of Prophetess Daniela Smith. Yeah, we're going to go into it and we're going to analyze it. And for those of you who heard it before, you may not have heard it through these ears, so you will hear different perspectives on this channel. But before I get started, because you don't know, say the troll them I go always fly up, and we're not able. So let me just lock up the chat, right? Because this is gonna be for the subscribers only. So just bear with me a second. Let's not bump up the algorithms just yet because all sorts are gonna run in. All sorts are gonna run in, and we're not having that, not tonight. Not tonight, none all. So let me lock up the chat before we start. Big up yourself, Vanessa. Hey, Rose, what's up? All right, so let's edit this bad boy right here. So, I make we customize that. I make we just put this here so. And we're gonna get a 10-minute run tonight. Yeah, 10-minute run. All right. Hey, Winty, big up yourself. So, guys, let me get started first with this. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, sometimes I'll drop little nuggets or give you little impressions of what I plan to talk about in my lives. But I was talking to a graduate of mine today, and this graduate of mine is an ardent follower, supporter of Spice. Big supporter of Spice. You understand? So, me and her did in a little heated debate. And she said to me, why Spice for dip on the flyer? Me, I said to her, why Spice no for dip on no damn flyer? And Ray, it was all in good spirits and everything. But anyway, she confessed something. She said, to be honest, when I listened to your first live, a lot of the things that you said really struck home with me. because the way she loves Spice, right? She plays Spice music all the time in our house and everything. And she revealed to me something very critical that has happened in her personal life. And she said, I want you to go and share it because I do think that when we listen to certain things and absorb certain energies, it does have an impact on our day-to-day relationships, and we're not aware of it. But anyway, she said it's not just Spice alone she love listen to. She love listen to Cartel. She's a proper dancer girl. You understand? She love listen to Cartel. She love listen to what next brother name again? Oh my god. What is his name? Valiant. And I could list them, but you know, it's kind of pointless me because I'm terrible with names. But she love all of the trending artists, them affair speed that. And a period of music that she listen to, when she a clean, she a listen to their music there and I wind up herself around the house and them kind of thing there. She been doing that for years. And her marriage, she was married for 34 years. 34 years, guys. 34 years. A long time, isn't it? It's a long time. Me there, I think so my 20 years a long time, but 34 years is long, right? So um so she basically said to me that, okay, I'm gonna share with you a story of how my marriage ended. And I really want you to share this on your platform. I'll be in the chat. I won't be typing, but I'll be in the chat. All right. So big up yourself, sister, if you're there, so in the chat. You understand? We're gonna talk about your story first. As a Spice fan. So as I said, you know, she is an ardent fan of Spice, and actually, um, she recalls that many times whenever she have parties and stuff, the music that she would dance with her husband with was generally the Spice song them and the Vibes Cartel, you know, the proper hardcore grinding dancer music, and them something that them love dance to and wind up to and so. People used to look at them as the ideal couple. Them very hatty hatty. They're known in a particular part of America. I'm not gonna say where. And that's all like life without parole. So they're known. They're a known dancehall couple, right? Me nah go call out them name, and me nah go give on the state, because you know how Jamaican people stay. We're very, very nosy and we're very fast and we will pick up on things. So me have to try dress this in a way so it not give away what go on. You understand? Anyway, the guy was also known in the dancehall arena. And you know, as one of the elders, one of the big man them in the dance, right? But he has put on several events and in promote dance and all them something there. Okay. Very popular and very desired, right? Because all the little young girl, them, you know, them see him as a man with big belly. That means them have money, right? And him wear the big gold chain, them and all these things. So she kind of did proud for have her man there and happy to have him by her side, and you know them dead as a big people, but them acting a dance same way. She said one day, or rather one night, them go on party together and him tell her say him have to go back at the yard because him leave something what important for the event, right? I don't know what she say. If I something for doing some promotional material. So him have to go pick up that. And him so circle back, right? And she fi just go and kicks in at the dance till him come back. All right, them never live too far from where the event was taking place. I was about to say at least tell with the state. I can't tell you. You see how it's, you see how the live I jump up and not thump up the like button. No one if you thump up the like button, please and thanks. But anyway, so she she leave him there and him there and you know time at tick when she suppose this man not reach back yet. Mind you, you know, him drive, so she not have no way of getting to the house unless, well, it's not a house, apartment, unless she either take a taxi or beg a lift or whatever. So it just so happened that one of our friend them did a go back home for freshen up her wig or something like a so. And she said to her, say, cause the friend must live in the same apartment, black. So she said, carry me with you because me not understand how Mr. Sir I take so long for reach back. And him say, all him a do, I go pick up the promotional material for come back to the dance. I'm there, so by myself, I may get concerned. Hey, so anyway, the friend and she jumping in the car and friend carry her go on and the two of them separate because she gonna fear flat and then she make her way to fear house. So she gone up to fear flat now, the friend downstairs but a different floor. She gone up to fear floor and she reach at the door and she about for push key and go in and people. But you say before she push key and go in at the dance in the apartments, she hear some funny sound. Me I laughing because she laugh it off now, you know. She get over it still, but me just I tell her, you know. She hear some funny sound, like she hear some sound. And she said, what kind of sound them that I come from a place? Now the sound what she hear, people. You know, so me not telling you nothing. Look at you know. 89 so far, sit down. Within 12 minutes on the flyer and 29 likes. You know, so on the rude though. Me know me not share this. Because this too sweet for just them little bit of like there. I wait until the likes start to bump up. Because if me tell you know what a woman's year, if me tell you know what a woman year, see, she start year. So all right, they like them a go up. Okay, so they like people business. So she hear some funny sound. Let me tell you the funny sound them what she hear. And on the skin she hear a slapping up people. No man, that would have too obvious, right? And on that she hear. She hear one voice. I say, give it to me, daddy. Give it to me, daddy. Like that. Now, when she hear the voice, she said, kid, the voice sound familiar, but it not sound like her husband, you know. It sound kind of high pitch. It sound kind of high pitch, but it's not a woman voice. It's a man voice. She said, it kind of sound like my husband, but I know my husband voice person. It's just like it have a little similarity, but it high pitch. And it's a man. It's not a woman. So she wonder, wait a minute. What you say? Wait till them reach 50 likes. Everybody me knows it. I me like upon a ref. So she here and she turn up the freezing of people. She turn up the freeze. And she turn up the freeze and she here, give it to me, daddy. Give it to me, daddy. Give it to me, daddy, in a high pitch voice. High pitch man voice. And she say, she catch her afraid. Because she wonder maybe if one our husband brethren I use them place for do nothing or what. She wonder, you know. And she say, Lord Jesus, then what if me go walk in now and go interrupt something when me not expect physical, because him not expect me to come and me not know if he make plans with him friend and say him friend can go do a thing I am place with some girl or whatever. But why would he be saying, give it to me, daddy? So she said, you know what? Me a go in. People, when she pushed the door and go in, she said the way her apartment is set up, when she pushed the front door, there's a little corridor, and the corridor lead to like an open plan living room and kitchen to one side, and then you have to go through the living room and you have to go to the bedroom then, right? As she opens and look down the corridor, she says she can see the big window them on one side and her big sofa and coffee table and everything. You can see that. She said when she look, well, her drapes them well open up. Because she they high up, you know. Our drapes them well open up, people. And I saw window, yeah, see the big window them. And she said she see one man pan the window, well cock over. And behind, she see her husband. Behind the husband, Mister, if you think it done, wait now. Behind the husband is another man. And another man push Cinti, listen to me, inna the husband tambat. And the one in front of him, depend in knee. In need of people. And the husband that stand up over that with him things in a mouth. Hey! Hey, Jesus. Jesus. And the husband high pitch voice. She a hear. Abba, Lord, give it to me, daddy. Yes. 3 man. Not even 2. 3. 3 man. One holy Pasado Mangamara Agwan in our living room. She said, Kay, the way she frightened, she said, the way me frightened, me say me run out a scream and a bawl out for the blood of Jesus. The way me frightened, me run out and a bawl out for the blood of Jesus. She run, she said she never take a lift. She said she fling off her shoes and she sprint down the stairs, go straight down to her friend apartment, beat on her friend apartment door. Her friend come out and say, what on there? What happened? Because she swear say I had a robbery or somebody do something or some dead body upstairs in there. Because remember, say she know say her friend I go to her husband. You understand? She had things say some crime. She said she couldn't even talk. She tell the friend, say, you what she tell the friend. You what she tell the friend. You think so she tell the friend, say, a 3 man up there, I do the things them? She tell the friend, say, people, she tell the friend, say, she go upstairs, go catch her man with girl. That is the embarrassment. She go there, she tell her friend, say, he up there, I screw one girl, and she walk in. And she start ball now and say she not go back up there. She not want a war. And her friend I say, come we go beat the girl. And she said, no, she not fight no girl over no money for that he want making go on. So the dancehall community, when then there. Things say the reason why them relationship mash up is because him get bun with a woman. But if this a story ever lift up and come out, I don't know who. Hey. As somebody well know. Lord, anyway, all me know say a 2 man him have in there. So me ask her, so I wanna go about, dealing with the divorce and all of that. She said, well, he ring off her phone and so I never know what she there, He ring off her phone and she eventually answered him that they are ball and him that they are beg her do not tell nobody, no spread it out there and re and so and him a sound humble with it, And then she start get mad and wicked pan him and I say, oh, she go bust the news and she go tell everybody and re, And she say, when she tell him that the man start switch pan her and make her know say her 3 point I go get take. Cause if she thinks there's some normal man him did in there with some bad man. You understand? And then man then I go hesitate for pop off and deal with her if she go run off her mouth and tell nobody. So say me privileged. You understand? She said a few people know still like a very, very close few people she know confidential, not gonna really tell anybody anything. But today, this man is still very much in the dancehall. And him sometime DJ, but he mostly run dance. And she said the girl them still a rush him and and sometimes she go party and she see him. And so and she just hold her head straight and go and do her thing. She said the way the thing put her off a man, she not go to nobody else. She not there with not a single soul. She just keep herself to herself and her girlfriend them. And she just keep herself celibate. She and her Rosa do it. You understand? She no want no man to come ackle her body, and she no want nobody know her business or race. So she just keep herself to herself. But she said them man they appear them kind of music that them love play and love wind up to girl with and all them something there. And Spice I want a film artist them and Cartel him artist cause of Gaza him saying all of these things. And she said, okay, when you were talking about sexual immorality and how the lyrics of these songs possess demons and the energy that can transfer from those lyrics into your life. She said, okay, you strike a nerve because I true. I true because nobody would have ever tell that this guy I saw. And the way them carry themselves in a public, them carry themselves like gallis. Them carry themselves like gallis. She said all of them man they carry themselves like gallis. And later she find out who the other two were, right? But when you see them in a dance, that's some bad man. Yeah, that's some bad man in a dance. It's so compan TV. I wouldn't go to no friend apartment. I would go straight to the ER, go get this run. Well, she did all of that eventually. She's all right. You understand? Luckily, she all right. Luckily, she all right. Right? But the point I'm making is that, listen, these things are real and it does affect. It does affect how people think and how people behave. When you have a complete absorption into a lifestyle that promotes promiscuity, it becomes second nature and it is no big deal. I don't know if you guys remember when there were videos leaked of certain TikTokers, and one particular TikToker who goes by the name of Yankee. Do you guys remember that leaked video? And in that leaked video, you saw Yankee doing the things them and I call a boy name. And when on the phone, I do the things them and I call a boy name to himself. He might do the things them to himself. And eventually them twisted to say it's not him and it's somebody will look like him and Ray, but it was him. It was him. And they easily become fluid between female and male, and it becomes accepted and people fight and defend them and they're able to twist narratives and continue to go down low. Yes, but a lot of them swing several ways and they are fully absorbing those energies. So when I listen to people trying to say that there is nothing wrong with Spice being on the flyer, listen, I think people are taking things very simplistically. There's nothing wrong at all with Spice being at that conference. She need to be there. Yes, she need to be there. We need to be there as women too. All of us need to be there. Yes. All of the sinners and all of the non-sinners, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody is sinners still. But all of the unsaved and all of the saved need to be there. Nothing is wrong. But the argument was about how the flyer presented Spice alongside, if not hierarchically, in the same line as the so-called spiritual leaders and women of God. Now, that was the mistake. And I said it on my live that was the big problem, the way she was portrayed on that flyer, as though it was for clout, as though it was for marketing strategy, but it also made it look as though she was coming there to save souls, right? People say, no man, I just put her up on the flyer because she's popular and, they need people of influence and she's a person of influence and she would get to the market and rare. So tell me this. Why did Prophetess Daniela Smith delete the flyer? Why she delete it? Because she deleted it, you know? Yes, people. She deleted it. She deleted half of our page. After all of the backlash, I saw she deleted the flyer off of our page. And then she did an interview where she basically explained what took place. We're going to listen to it. No, we're nearly at 50 likes. Oh, no, not easy, you know. 100 hard. Uno just so resistant with uno fingers. Please to thump up the like button. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please, and thank you. Okay, lovely. All right, let's listen. So it was Conroy that I heard it on first, but I know it's on TikTok without his voice. But let's just listen.
Well, go on, guys. So Prophetess Daniela Simit Wright explain why she is inviting Spice to come to our conference. Guys, check out the video. Yeah. Bless up.
We have an event coming up, but I'm not seeing the flyer on your page.
Right.
So we're not quite sure if that event is still upcoming.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
What is happening with that? Because it has sparked a holy war on social media. Holy war, man. You know me. It's a holy war.
Holy war.
And it was the Ruth and Boaz
It is
conference.
boys.
And you've gotten a lot of backlash as it relates to Spice being a featured speaker.
Let me sit down properly.
Yeah, man, sit down properly, man. Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
so on the flyer that's on our screen right now, it's initially 4 other speakers.
Right.
Yourself is 4 other persons. Who are the other persons who are a part of the conference?
Well, before I pursue with answering, no, the flyer was posted, but the flyer was incomplete.
Okay.
And the person who made the flyer would have eventually understand that
Wait, hold on. Add. So you hear the first thing she said. The flyer was posted, but the flyer was incomplete. That's her first drawback, you know. So in other words, the flyer dash out ahead of time. Excuse number 1. Listen.
just put together something because the time would have catching up on us. Because as you could see, we're in May.
Yes.
And the conference would have been in June.
Okay.
And when I realized the time, and then I would have to leave the island, because within the time when the flyer released, I was leaving the island. So the person time frame and my time frame would have been different. So I tell the person that work with the person's picture that you have now, and then afterwards we would have updated the flyer with the other gospel artists.
Oh.
Now Mrs. Grace Hamilton is on the flyer, and many persons would have run with the flyer without asking Prophetess Daniela Smith, right? What is the vision behind it? Now, in our today's society, we could realize that a lot of females are hurting, and the conference was underlined women. And what I wanted to do was to hear the voice, the cry of different women in our today's society, and not only in the church. Because if we could go into the church, you would
All right, so hold on there.
have a lot of females who
Hold on there. So a lot of people ran with the flyer without asking Prophetess Daniela Smith, right? What was her vision? No, you tell me. You put out an ad. People have to come to you to clarify. Then that no means that the ad not the right man. Ads are supposed to speak for itself. It's supposed to be persuasive. That we're going to get into the Ruth and Boaz thing too, you know. It's supposed to be persuasive. It's supposed to be eye-catching. It's supposed to have all of the key information that's necessary for people to access the event. I don't understand how you just put something together and fling it out, and it was an incomplete flyer. You must have given that flyer a nod of approval, Prophetess Daniela Smith. You must have given it a once over and say, yeah, man, make that go on. Now, me go pull up what she give as the excuse.
Afterwards, we would have updated the flyer with the other gospel artists.
Oh.
Now, Mrs. Grace Hamilton is on the flyer, and many persons would have run with the flyer without asking Prophetess Daniela Smith, right, what is the vision behind it?
The vision is the
Now,
flyer.
in our today's society, we could realize that a lot of females are hurting, and the conference was underlined women. And what I wanted to do was to hear the voice, the cry of different women in our today's society, and not only in the church. Because if we could go into the
Now, that is the part where me not to understand. The conference is about women, but the title is Ruth and Boaz. Ruth and Boaz. Now, what is the Ruth and Boaz story? The Ruth and Boaz story, which is found in the biblical book of Ruth. It's about loyalty, it's about redemption, it's about faithfulness during the time of Judges. Now, as far as I know, following the deaths of her husband and sons, Naomi returns from Moab with her widowed daughter-in-law Ruth, a Moabite, who pledges loyalty to Naomi and her God. Ruth meets and marries Boaz, a kinsman redeemer, who protects and marries her, with their lineage leading to King David and eventually Jesus. Right? That I've gotten from the Focus on the Family website. That's the story in synopsis. Okay? Now, Ruth, that Moabite woman, chooses to stay with her Israelite mother-in-law, Naomi, rather than returning to her own people after her husband dies. While gathering grain in the fields for sustenance, Ruth meets Boaz, so her husband dead. And then she meets next man, right? Who is a wealthy landowner and relative of Naomi's deceased husband. So, is one of Naomi's deceased husband relative. Under Israelite custom, a kinsman redeemer can marry a widow to carry on her family's name and protect her land. Boaz steps into this role, showing kindness to Ruth. Listen to the story. Following Naomi's advice, Ruth approaches Boaz at the threshing floor to ask for his protection, a humble act that leads to their marriage. Ruth and Boaz have a son named Obed, who is the grandfather of King David. So great lineage comes from her loins. So as far as I'm concerned, the actual title, how does this encapsulate women who are lost and hurting? And how does this extend to Spice, who no have no Boaz? I just want to understand. Because to me, this story is more aligned with Prophetess Daniela Smith. It's more aligned to her. She stepped out of one marriage into another, right? Another one which she considered to be her salvation marriage. The other one she considered to be corrupt. And this marriage is where she is given fortitude and sustenance and protection as a woman of God. So how Spice come in that story there and that the title there, and how that apply to all of these unsaved women? Me just not understand. Sometimes Christians will stretch things enough for metaphorical purposes. So I'm sure it will clarify on the day. But all I'm saying is that nobody looked at this as just a women's conference with a title like Ruth and Boaz. That was a conference that was spiritually led, spiritual in nature, and Christian in focus. The fact that it's about women going to God. So that's why I said there's nothing wrong with Spice being at that conference because Spice need God. Go on,
of females who got pregnant and fell out of church, and they lost value, they lost their standard, they lost their morals, and they don't know how to
listen to what she's saying now.
only
Listen to this now.
run with the flyer without asking prophetess Daniela Smith, right, what is the vision behind it? Now, in our today's society, we could realize that a lot of females are hurting, and the conference was underlined women. And what I wanted to do was to hear the voice, the cry of different women in our today's society, and not only in the church. Because if we could go into the church, you would have a lot of females who got pregnant and fell out of church, and they lost value, they lost their standard, they lost their morals, and they don't know how to get back up and find their way back to church. And while Miss Grace Hamilton was there, is to showcase the type of woman that will be at the conference.
Let me pause that. On a year, the reason why Spice was there was to showcase the type of women that will be at the conference. She said that there are many women who have fallen out of grace, have fallen off the track of spirituality. They have children out of wedlock. Listen, as Spice, she attack, They have children out of wedlock. They are living a sexual, immoral life. All of the sinful things them. Where Spice herself do. And therefore Spice represent them the kind of woman there. Because of them she want to bring into the church. Me personally, me not take insult as invitation, But Spice I take it. Spice I take it. Spice I face her truth. That she is indeed tainted. I found it interesting though that when she spoke on herself, she never called herself for what it is. She never called herself a sinner. She called herself sickness. But so make you hear her second response because I know when I hear the first one already.
It doesn't matter who you are, you can come to the conference and even learn something from the conference. So that was the reason why her picture was also there.
All right, so we're
Wow. If hearing women's voices, then I guess VIP 6,000. Marsha, I think I'll be one spot that's Mr. Watch them are distinguished between VIP. So you have very important people, women, and very ordinary women. So not everybody can hear upon the same level. You understand? When you pay 6,000, you hear a little more. Yes. You hear the word little clearer. And it God shine upon you a little more because you pay VIP and you get for touch the garments, the hem of the prophetess them were there. So you're kind of in you're in the company of God's chosen ones, and it make the light shine upon you. You understand? So if you pay the 6,000 man, you can't just pay 3,000. So you're not gonna get close to the pearly gates if you pay 3,000. You have to go. Turn up in our back line. It no work. You have to pay your 6,000. And when you pay your 6,000 now, you become blessed and highly favored. You don't know these things. Oh, you're very late. Yeah, I saw it work. So, Spice did come back out, When I said she did come out before and she go out with herself. And even when she was going out with herself, you could hear so she look a bit confused, because she did feel a way when she listened to the words of the prophetess, and she said that the prophetess words rest upon her conscience. But the reason why the prophetess words rest upon Spice conscience is because Spice know what true. Spice know what true. Because Spice there Africa, and the amount of skinning out and so me see the clips them where she are going with, and I'm just like, look at No, sir, you're not ready yet, Spice. You try make yourself ready, but you're not ready yet, my love. You're still very much in the world and of the world. And people are gonna say it's our job. But you know something? When the calling is true, she gonna drop everything. I hope she ready for that still and know so she can still make her money. But anyway, listen to her voice.
All women, all type of women to come out unsave and save. That is really what this whole mission is about. She wants to bring out the unsaved. And so even though I guess people jump the gun and push them own narrative and them have them own issues and them own problem about it.
No, Spice. People never jump the gun and people never push them own narrative. You were misadvertised. People followed through with the advert that was put out that Prophetess Daniela Smith Wright had to withdraw. People were running with the original concept that was passed and given the thumbs up by Prophetess Daniela Smith Wright. So people never run with them own a narrative. And the narrative what she dash out there and that people are run up and down with. So if it's anybody to be blamed for the criticism that you are now receiving, it is the organizers. It's the organizers. They presented you as though you were a speaker. You were literally put on the same level, even higher than I think one or two of them, because it wasn't done in a linear fashion. It was done up and down. Alongside the people and where do the talks. You understand? Alongside the people whose job it is there is to win souls. So while it is that you can go there, you can give your testimony. And I accept that she can give her testimony. She can talk about the struggles. She can talk about the temptations that she faced. And she can ask for prayer and deliverance there. Absolutely. But by presenting you on that level, everybody thought, no, sir, I want to go on in the church. I want to go on in the church. Right? No. Don't try to pass this off as though the mistake wasn't from the organizers. It was. And that is a fact.
I didn't get a chance to really sit down and invite you guys to say, hey guys, I'm a part of this is the reason and this whatever. People just jump to them own thoughts in them head because of everybody just in this TikTok thing and this likes, and when you talk about one topic you get the whole heap of comments and people it's mind-blowing, it's disheartening, it's hard.
Now that is the heights of hypocrisy. You heard what Spice said? Spice said people were running around with this for likes, for comments, etc. With all due respect, Spice, your face was used as a hook to get people to attend. You were used for your popularity and your status in the dance hall to attract them the kind of woman there to come at the dance. So you were a clickbait. I come like say Spice not understand what I really go on, you know. Or she a go on like say she not understand. Me I wonder if Spice a go on like say she not understand. If she a pretend like say she not understand. She was being used as a clickbait. The moment people see your face on the flyer, then click in it. Them kind of the lovers of Spice, the people when I love Spice, the lovers of dancehall, the people when I love dancehall. As them see your face on it, it's clickety click, 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 click. Spread, 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 share, 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 share. So you can't expect say I only Uno fi do it. When Uno is stepping in the arena of social media, which is the devil's playground. Come on. Of course, people going to talk about it. Right? But I'm certain that Prophetess Daniela Smith was aware of that. That's why that flyer got the thumbs up in the first place. And now she's having to really and truly do damage control. Because the church come down on her like a ton of bricks. You understand? And it take a definite, different level of strength, you know, as a Christian when the whole church turn up on you, you know. I don't know now about something.
Breaking. But let me just take the time out to say, guys, I'm inviting you to a conference that I was invited to. Not as a pastor, not as a bishop, not as a prophet, not as an apostle, not as nothing.
So that means to say whether we did invited or not, me still did not go. Me still did not go show up. So me don't understand. Me face the on flyer and is a problem. Me could have go and me face on the flyer and it's me don't understand it.
That is a red herring argument. If your face was not on the flyer, Spice, there would be no conversation being had about this. If your face never dep on this flyer here, nobody would have any reason. You know what would have happened? The filming would have got out and people would have said Spice was present. And people would have start rejoice and say, what? Spice, I try get closer to God. Oh, that's so nice. Spice got to go here, about God and try to change our ways. And that is what would have happened. You can literally predict human nature. They would not have been backlashing and criticizing and tearing down Daniela. They would not have been if you were not on the flyer. It is not a problem, Spice, for you to attend. And this is what I cannot stand about the logic of certain people and them argument, Them like to make it look like, say, every Christian was bashing Spice as though Spice should not have attended. And that was not the issue. Not paying attention to what the issue was. Her image was used to sell and promote the event. Exactly. And they would have definitely been offended. Let me not tell you. Because think about it. Equally, another very ordinary woman from the dance hall could have been presented there, one that has a testimony. In a have to be Spice. That look like a she a dancer. Would they have put that person on the flyer up on the same level as the prophetess them? You are positioned there because they see you as a high-level influencer. And that's why you were put on that level and presented as such on the flyer. It's not because people would have a problem if you're not up on the flyer or if you're up on the flyer. That's a lie. That is not true at all. And you must stop this spirit of deception because I deceive the people right there. So.
I don't want to get into it. I just want to be the person to come and say to you that the reason I was invited was to be a guest, and I'm inviting you guys to also come and be a guest. And Danielle's mission is to bring out unsaved people to come out to this conference. And I think, in my opinion, I think she invited me because she wanted unsaved to come and she wanted people to realize that it's not just for the saved. I think that was the goal. So I'm not sure why it's being misconstrued into something else.
Spice, as a dancehall artist who has had several events, several concerts, several performances, who would have had an active marketing team around you every time, who would have been working with promoters who would send you the marketing material so that you can post it. You are well aware about the purpose of a flyer and why things are done the way they're done. Come on. So you see, this is the thing. It is deception, this, Me love Spice, but Spice, deceive the people. Deceive the people. Don't say that. You don't know why it's being misconstrued. You well know. And something tell me, Spice and Prophetess Daniela have it out behind closed doors, And she said, Lord Jesus, why you go do it like that far? You should have do it so. Or we are going to fix this. Because now the two of them come out and sing the same hymn sheet. The same choir practice then go and come out with the same hymn sheet and talk about it's about making sure that this conference is open to all of the women, be the saved or the unsaved, and she wanted to make sure it was inclusive. And the same language, uno go do no repair homework and pretty up the language and spruce it up and spit it back out. The fact of the matter is that she used you as clickbait. She did. She wanted the popularity and it was about generating traction. It was about generating traction and it was about making sure that she get the crowd. And by getting the crowd, what that mean? You get the money. And remember, say, a two money, there is the regular access and then there is VIP. And me sure no say Spice now got them amongst the regular them. Me sure no say anybody where pay the 6,000 of people will want to rub shoulders with Spice. Talk na man. So it make the $6,000 worth it. For all of those Christians that want to come and rub shoulder with Spice. or even the unsaved that want to come rub shoulder with Spice, them will spend them $6,000. Because that's not really plenty. You understand? No accountability. Did they have a change of heart because of the flyer black clash? Seems like it. It looks so natural. And she take down the flyer. She take it down. You understand? She take down the flyer. I said she have come with a different flyer with more information and all of the artists them and the rate.
Right. She wanted all women, all type of women to come out unsaved and save. That is really what this whole mission is about.
All right. So I listened to this young man here now. I shared it on my Facebook page, but we're gonna listen to him together because I found his perspective to be fantastic. The way he broke it down made a lot of sense in terms of understanding why there was an issue. Now listen.
All right, guys, there's a trending topic and concern at the moment within the Jamaican social media space. And if you happen to be a Christian, then you would have realized by now that there's an event flyer that was released with a woman of God by the name of Daniela Smith Wright, who is the host of the event that is called Boaz and Ruth Conference. Now, there are some invited guests that are on the flyer, but one in particular is why there is a big uproar on social media. Grace Hamilton, popularly known as Spice. Now, before I continue with this video, I need you to understand a few things. I am not one who operates within the office of a prophet. I simply have a healthy respect for God's words and his ways. My goal in this video is to bring clarity and understanding as to why this issue currently exists and how we can go about fixing it for the sake of peace, for God to be glorified, and for the devil to be put to open shame.
Yes,
I am speaking as one who is backed by the Spirit of God. My goal is not to say anything in this video that is of the flesh nor of emotions. It is the truth that will set you free, not lies or opinions. It is only the truth that will set you free, and that truth is not something. That truth is someone, and his name is Jesus Christ. God is not and will never be the author of confusion. He is a God of order and principles, and anything that is outside of that order and that principle will not be able to stand, period. Now, I did a TikTok live a few days ago, and I spoke about...
I stopped overpaying for weight loss.
Wait for ad, people. Wait for the ad to go. All right, we'll wait for the ad to go. So I want to hear how this thing brings spirit of confusion. You understand? Listen to it. Skip ad.
If this whole situation involved the average people with a very small following like myself, then this topic would not even be on the lips of anyone. But that is not the case. We're talking about two influential people. One grew into influence by way of a lifestyle and a career that is not a reflection of God. I will even go further to say that her music glorifies the enemy, Satan. And no, this is not just mere entertainment. It is perverted. It is an open display musically of sexual immorality and impurity, which goes against the laws of God. This is what she is known for publicly. And additionally, you don't get to separate the entertainer from the person. No, it doesn't work like that. You don't get to separate Spice from Grace Hamilton.
Yes.
That is not how it works. Only God can separate a man from a life of sin by way of the gospel of salvation. All you have to do is receive it and walk into it wholeheartedly. Now, on the other hand, we have a woman of God who is called Daniela Smith Wright, who rose into influence by way of doing God's work, delivering people out of the bondage of sin, ministering, healing, prophesying, evangelizing to the lost souls, which is a clear contradiction of what Miss Grace Hamilton did to grow her influence. So my point is this: the foundation of their influence is completely contradicting and is very much opposing to each other. This is the reality of it. This is why there is a controversy. So when you have both individuals on one flyer, that is a Christian conference, not just merely a woman's conference, there has to be opposition, because what fellowship does light have with darkness? Now, with that being said, Dr. Daniela Smith Wright, I don't know you personally, and I may never meet you, but I believe that we serve the same God, and his ways of doing things is a reflection of his words. Not our desires, not our opinions, but a reflection of his words. It is very obvious that you may have sincerely and genuinely made a misjudgment, whether out of ignorance or lack of understanding, or even out of immaturity, because we're all growing, and that is totally fine, because none of us is perfect. But it doesn't disqualify the repercussion of our actions.
This is why
you understand? The man licking nail on the head solidly. Him licking nail on the head. By creating a spirit of confusion around your event, straight away, that spirit is not of God. Straight away, you're fighting demons from the onset, right? And had spiritually Daniela Smith been clear in her intent, that is one message that should have been portrayed on that flyer without any confusion or blurring of boundaries. Spice better give her life to God. But let me tell you this. Me I look past Spice upcoming events. Spice ain't got no intention of giving herself up to know God for a long while. You understand? I'm looking at her tour dates. Her tour dates are running right up until the end of the year. You understand? Me I say one whole heap of things. We have bestie weekend. I come up. You understand? Let me you have bestie weekend that is in Barbados, August 1st to 4th. All kind of something I come up. She perform with Sean Paul. There's a lot coming up for Spice. A lot of excitement coming up for Spice, right? So me not see any changes coming anytime soon because she have to fulfill her contracts. Them she probably get paid in advance for the bookings and all these things. But let me tell you this. On the same day that Spice came out and addressed the prophetess, the first video that you guys heard. The first video you guys heard when Spice came out and addressed the prophetess. Spice did them on a live with some TikTokers. See, after she done dress up the prophetess, you know, and talk about our things, then whatever she say, rest on her heart and all of these things. Spice depend alive with TikTokers the same night. In a same shirt, you see him blue hair, everything, right? Listen to this. Listen to this.
Spice. You single, darling?
Yeah, you want me?
Yeah.
Yeah, come me like sit down on man face and them say good for that.
Yeah, of course.
What's wrong here?
Spice, but I need you free. No, funny.
You know it. So, all right, when we come to Jamaica, I'm going to try it out. And see if me like it.
Spice, do not. Spice, be serious and not judge. Spice. The Bible, yeah. This is the Bible.
No, this is the part, you know, that make my eyebrow them jump up, you know. Cause after Spice say she like sit down in a man's face, a Jane she talk to. You understand? And she tell Jane so when she come to Jamaica, she go find him for sit down in him face. Jaden, as you know, him love stick out in tongue after woman every time then company life. Jaden then reach for his Bible, you know. The Bible, you know. God Bible, you know, people. The Bible, them bring into them corrupt conversation. And
said, Holy Bible. Me see you as a lot judge, come sit down on my face.
Swear on the Bible and say me serious as a judge, come sit down on my face. This was after Spice address the said same prophetess who she said was affecting her sleep and defending herself as somebody that can win souls. Now make that make sense to you. Remember the last live I said to you that there is something called the 7 deadly sins which the Bible outlines. Why does the Bible call those sins deadly? Do you know? Because there's a reason why they are considered to be deadly sins. And let me explain to you why that is. It's not because they're as bad as, say, murder or, I don't know, incest or any of them things. No. It's because they are the easiest sins to commit and the hardest sins to be rid of. Yes. The temptation for those sins, particularly sins of the flesh, are the hardest ones to shirk and to remove from your spirit. Once you have got yourself receptive and open to those energies, it takes a lot of work. It's not impossible, but it takes a lot of work. A whole heap of spiritual warfare. A whole heap of purging in order to get rid of them. Greed hard for you for Lego. Lust hard for you for Lego. You understand? Laziness hard for you for Lego. Pride hard for you for Lego. All of them hard. Them stick on you like crazy glue. You understand? All of us struggle with those deadly sins. All of us. Some of us are better at resisting than others. So when you see somebody who lives this life on a daily, who has no problem bringing God into them dirty sex argument pan TikTok and not even a rebuke it, a kin teeth with it, You don't expect that people are going to be up in arms, Prophetess Daniela, when them see her pan the flyer. Come on. You well and know they would. And that's why you withdraw it. Because there are too many examples of playing in God's face. That was an example of playing in God's face. If Spice was ready and on a path of exploring herself as a woman of God, you see that very act, because if me did upon her life, then me would have burn out this man. Me would have rebuke him. Me would have rebuke him. Because me know my conversation is about sinning. So there is no way him could have did all up that. But from him all up the Bible, me have jump off my life. If me no want cuss. And say, how dare you do something like that? Have some respect. Spice not ready yet. And people can't see say Spice not ready yet. When Spice decide that she's ready, her actions will go before her. Her thought process is going to be different. And we're going to see tours getting cancelled because it is not of God. But you cannot serve two masters. Why didn't she invite Sister Hall? You don't know why Pattinger? Because them Christian, they ever compete, my love. Them ever in a competition. It's a very competitive set of people, Who for church bigger, who are win more soul, who are the hottest preacher, who wear the best hat, who, listen, I tell you, the whole of them, the people, I see, that's what I tell you, I'm afraid of church, because them, the people, no, sir, me cannot deal with it. Me cannot deal with it. A whole heap of envy, a whole heap of bad mind are going between them. And that is the truth. Spice, not the mother thinks that Spice is so bad. She ain't that bad of a person, no. But spiritual readiness is very evident to anyone that's looking on. It's evident. You start to walk differently, talk differently, do things differently. If Grace Hamilton is saying that from she was a little girl, she used to preach, and she still turned skin out me pum pum by stage, then hello, her having a calling has never gone. And it doesn't mean that it will go. But she clearly wasn't ready then, and she's still not ready now. She's not ready. She knew what she was doing. Spice will bring the crowd. Crowd equal money. Thank you very much, Sexy B. We're not silly over here. It is facts. Spice brought money, and you could have tell, say, in the second part of the live what she do. Just look at Spice's body language. You could have tell, say, Spice did feel awkward. You could have tell, say, she well and know, say, the flyer ain't do right. The marketing was off. And that's why she have to deal with this right now. She has received enough backlash from the church, from her school tour. She don't need no more. You understand? She went there, she met with Babsy Grange, she talked to all of the people and the church leaders and Ray, and she come up with a compromise. She is hell-bent on doing this split personality thing between herself as Grace Hamilton, and then her alter ego, which is Spice. She don't know say split personality is something that is also demonic in the Bible. You don't know that? Yes. It is a spirit of deception. And a lot of people don't want to admit this because they love Spice. We all love Spice. I don't think there's anybody on my platform that don't love Spice. Me listen Spice music. Me wind up myself to Spice music. Yes. But I am well aware of the fact that these lyrics are not of God at all. They're not. And a Spice alone I do it. Shenzia sang them are the same thing. You understand? If you notice Shenzia's music, also full of the spirit of the Marines. If you notice Shenzia music never promotes marriage, never promotes a holy relationship. It's always about not needing a man, being by yourself, satisfy yourself, or use man and dash them way. It is about promiscuity. It is about a wild lifestyle. You understand? To me, even Jada Kingdom have little bit more spirituality in her than Shenzia Spice. Yeah? Because at least occasionally fear song them will come off at the topic of underneath and focus upon some righteousness. Like execution for grape. You understand? So let us not be fooled. At the end of the day, we welcome Spice's attendance and we look forward to the videos and everything that's gonna come out. Because it's gonna come out. And we look forward to hear how Spice represents herself at this event. It's gonna be exciting to watch. And everything that was intended to give it a buzz was created. But remember, when you play in the devil's playground, expect the devil to be present and sitting at the table right beside you. Social media has got a lot of demons. And for you to enter as a light, you've got to be separate in your approach and your message has to be clear. Anyway, if you have, don't listen to her music, although I do like her. Yeah. Come with just a oh God, you know what a moderation. Carry with just a done. You know me, I keep my lights to an hour and a bit, and I don't stay very long. You understand? So you have to go pull up to the beginning and catch up on that. But let me go backwards and make sure I haven't missed out on any of the comments. It's hard to give up all that money and lifestyle. That is the crucial thing, Pottinger Naturals. Giving up on the lifestyle is going to be one of our hardest battles to face, because even though we have artists like Papa San, for example, who has crossed over into Christianity, he's nowhere near as popular and he's nowhere near earning the same amount of money as he was when he was ripping up the dance hall. But he has made it a stance to throw that life behind him and him throw it behind him like salt. Like when, you know, the salt dash behind, you know, how that wife did look back and then, yeah, throw the salt back at him and him not look back, right? And he has stuck to that path. When you do that, is that you move forward with that difference. It's gonna be less money, but God is not gonna make you go hungry. No child of God will ever beg bread. No child of God will ever beg bread. And hear what I said to you, and if you don't think it's a joke, you know, that is something that I have great faith in. Once you are a child of God, and God love you, you're not gonna beg bread, because guess why? It's a promise him give to you once you have your faith. Once you have your faith, him not gonna abandon you. Once you not turn your back on him not gonna abandon you. Him gonna find a way for you to eat. Me not gonna say to you, say, you gonna eat lobster, or shrimp, or snapper every day. You might eat a bun and cheese, but it is enough to keep you from starving. You understand? It might be the case that God will send somebody your way that will bless you in your time of need. You're not going to dip on the road. I beg. Honestly, I used to say to myself, you know, say God spoil me. God spoiled me. God spoiled. When I was a little girl, up to adulthood, from I was a little girl, I used to say, Mommy, you know, say God spoiled me. Because there is nothing I don't go on my knee for and pray for that I don't get. Not once I pray for it and I put that word and I said, God, please, this is what I need. It may not come today. It may not come tomorrow. It come in a God time. And when it come, I'm telling you, it's no joke. I have to just look in awe and say, look at God. It always come at the right time. Yeah. It always come at the right time. Minute more blessed than anybody else. But when you have an understanding of your own spiritual growth and your own commitment and your own love for God. Because you see all this story about Jesus and all that something, they may have my little doubts about that in it, but you see God knows, so you can't doubt that. Me know say God real. And me know say the spirit world is real. You understand? It's real. And I'm going to tell you the story because some people I know are new to my platform. Before I go, I'm going to tell you this story. Because you're new to my platform, you may not have heard me tell this story before, but I know my hardcore graduates have heard me tell this story. When my grandfather died, I was in Jamaica at the time when my grandfather died. And I was actually visiting from uni. I was there on holiday. And when my grandfather died, you know, I remember we get the call early in the morning. Say, I call my grandfather Daddy. I don't call him Grandpa. Daddy now breathe. I say, what? My mother, she start freak out. I say, Mommy, come. We drive. No, next door to us was a nurse. We go wake up she. They said that the early hours of the morning, you know. We go grab she. She fling on her clothes because she aware of the urgency. We jump in the car. Remember, say a barbecue and me live, you know. And my grandparents live in a Washington Gardens. When I tell you, say, I put foot to pedal because I drive my mother, you know. I say, you can't drive because you panic too much. And I say, I press out, you know, people. I tell you, say, I reach from Barbican to Washington Gardens in a less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Okay. When we get there now, grandfather in the bed and all of that, and me do CPR for my grandfather. Me and the nurse work together. Me blow the ear, she press the chest. Yes, we sister him now come back. You understand? Then we hear the death rattle. So we knew he was gone. All right. Fast forward. Doing the night, getting everything ready. All of that for his funeral. You don't know, say, every part of me would touch my grandfather. My skin strip. All around my mouth when I did the artificial ear, the CPR. The whole of my mouth strip from my lips go all the way up to my cheek. Strip right off. My hand them will touch him. Strip right off. My fingers right up to my wrists. You think it's joke? I said to my helper, I said, what is this? Why my skin just a strip so and my hand just a strip and it's the only place that I use and touch my grandfather. And my helper look at me and say, you don't know that something passes from the dead when their spirit is moving. And it's clear that it passed through you, which means he probably died while you were doing that. You understand? So that's the first spiritual encounter I have. Afterwards, now, come back to England. And my grandfather's relatives, they live in Dudley. So I went to go visit them, you know. And I entered my granduncle's house because they never lock their front door. I don't know how they live so comfortable, but over there, so I guess nobody no trouble there. And me just push the door and go in and me say, old dog. That's how me announce myself and make them know so me reach because they were expecting us. My husband, him gone ahead and him gone to the backyard. Him go straight ahead because a very big house. It's a long corridor all the way to the back. And my granduncle always in the garden, him always attend to him. Him have some rabbit round there and he have so callaloo plant and some little something. So him say, no man, uncle they run a back, him a go run a back. All right, so he goes ahead of me and he goes straight out into the backyard. I am following. People, let me tell you, when me say, this is the first time in my life I ever see a ghost. I walked up to the way this house set up, you have the front door, you have the long corridor, to the right, you have the living room, little bit further, not the right, to the left, you have the living room, little bit further, you have the stairs that go up to the stairs there, up to the bedroom then. Then after that, you have a second reception room. And then after that, you have one big kitchen to the back. When you're looking at the kitchen, you see one big mirror on the wall above the fireplace because they have like a traditional fireplace in that kitchen. And a big mirror there on top of the fireplace, right? You can imagine it, right? Okay. When we get to the end of the corridor, which is the entrance of the kitchen, where the back door is to then go to the garden. Me looking at the mirror, people. And in the mirror is reflecting the left side of the kitchen, which is where the stove is, the sink is, and so cupboard. Now my grandfather me see. And me see, let me tell you, so when I say is my grandfather me see, stand up over the sink a wash plate. And when me look, is not my grandfather when me see dead. It's a younger version of my grandfather that I see when I growing up. Him one, them shirt that what the doctor them wear, because I saw him dressed because a big justice of the peace, and so him a tapaнаris in him environment. And he used to always wear them shirt there with the little accordion pleat them around down either side. Yeah, at the front, and it's a kind of cream color shirt like, and it's starch. And him stand up there in a that and a brown pants. Like him have on the cream top and him have on the brown pants. And I'm a grandfather that me see in him youngest stand up. I mean, I looking at the mirror, people. I swear to God, I like say it out, but it's the truth. I swear to God. Me see my grandfather stand up a wash plate. You see, when me stand up at the entrance of the kitchen now and see him in the reflection, him no look for me, And you see, when me turn my head to the left, which is where the mirror would have been reflecting, not one person there. Not one person. Me say, mighty God. Mighty God. What was that? Me go run I back now. And me say, maybe I wonder if Uncle Verna reception, Uncle Verna reflection me see. That I'm my uncle, Uncle Vernal. And when me go, me see my uncle in the back garden in a full black. And he have an in tam. Sexy B, me say, uncle, me just see your brother in your kitchen. Him say, tap your foolishness, yeah, man, not tell me no foolishness. And he start when me say, I swear to God, I just see your brother in your kitchen. I just saw my grandfather. Him just look for me. And then him go quiet. Him not say nothing else. At first, he was resisting him, but you see, when me swear to God, and me tell him, say, me see with me own two eye, me see him. Him just go quiet. Now, to me, that was my grandfather's way of letting me know that spiritual world is real. And he's preparing me and letting me know that this life is not all that there is. And that I must make sure I live my life in a way that I can get everlasting life. To me, that was him letting me know that it does exist. So, my faith is extremely strong despite My conscience, my morals are set. My husband will look at me every day and say he has never met a woman like me. Bone and them something them me no give. I don't care what a man do, but I have never been that type. Me da rather leave you. Me can't bother that. If I'm committed to you, I'm committed to you for life. Yes, till death to us part. There are certain things that I can't do, like thief. No, sir. Me can't do it. Much less take a life. That's not me. There are certain sins I pray against. If I see it in me, I ask God to bring me down. Yeah. Because humility is everything. So let me tell you something, my graduates. Live your life well and try and do the right thing. You're not going to always succeed, but there will be times when you'll be tested. And you have got to get on your knees and ask God to drive you through a challenge in a way that you don't lose your soul. You hear? Remember me tell you. Or maybe he's saying that he's here watching over you. Maybe. But even him saying that has confirmed to me what I needed to know. Because I always questioned what happens after one dies. I always questioned. After I saw him, I didn't question anymore. And I don't know about you guys. They say that people that dream the dead is demons coming to your area. No. I have dreamt relatives that I have been very close with. And there are times when I dream and see my mother. And when I don't see her for long, me cuss. I say, me not understand how me not see you. And then me dream her. You understand? Yeah. And she will just come out. We either do something simple or just attack. You understand? Shortly after my mother died, I dreamed see my mother in that same house in Washington Boulevard there. And she come in the house and she came in her younger state too. And when she saw me, she grabbed me and me ball out, mommy, and she grabbed me and she hugged me tight, and she was crying. And she was her younger self. Because my mother, she a part Indian, so I hear the dung in her back. You understand? When her hair did long, it did long. And when she did cream it out, oh my God, fire. Remember me tell you, she have time when she just chop it off. When she chop it off, she chop it off like Anita Baker. You mean? And yeah, Anita Baker, the singer though. That was one of her favorite artists. And I saw she used to rock her hair. Her hair was thick and nice. And when that grow way past her waist. You understand? And she did have her hair cream out and she come and she grab me and she hug me and she cry. She crying on my shoulder like a baby. Like she's sorry she gone so early. But I saw it go. So either way you take it, the spirit world is real. We have got to be careful of the energies that we absorb. And we have got to realize that, if we are saying that we're going to do this God thing, we have to go make certain moves that separate us from worldly things. You can't be 1 minute talking about the fact that you're there to win souls and the next minute you're there to talk about you're going to sit down in some young boy face. It not look good. You understand? And that is that. What does it mean when you dream about them in their younger states? I've always heard that it just means that they're happy, they're comfortable wherever they are. They're back to their healthy states before any illness, before any problems. They choose a state, I suppose, when they're at their best. I guess that's what it means. There are a few of them that I dream and see. And I dream and see them. And they either come to just talk to me or just to pass through and check on me. And that is it. Or just to have an experience. You understand? My dreams in me and my mother go market in a shop. In a Montego Bay, shopping for craft items, because that's something that we used to love doing together. So it's like, it's for different purposes. But like I said, I don't believe that the people when you dream see a dead a demon. That's what them love to say, but I don't think so. I've never had anything bad happen to me as a result. True Ishike, try to do the best life that you can. Yes. Try to do the best life that you can. Zadie Gardens. Yes. yes, I do, bro Shaka. Yes, I do. Listen, I'm a Pembroke Hall Methodist girl, you know. Remember some used to go Pembroke Hall Primary School, you know. Yes, Pembroke Hall Primary School me used to go. My mother said she not send me no prep school. She not send me go no uptown school. That's why I did resent going to Immaculate so much. I resented that thing. Lord Jesus. I did not enjoy that school at all. I was so glad to leave and to go to Arden. Yeah. Yeah, although I didn't miss my friend them. Somebody kind of vexed and I leave my friend them behind, but I was glad to be out of Immaculate because Immaculate to me was like a prison. It was like a prison. After you come from Pembroke Primary where you're so free. No, sir. I never like Immaculate at all. It was not for me. Right? Me remember me used to go Pembroke Primary. We used to go Pembroke Methodist Church. Yes. And even if you look at my page where I post myself at different stages in school, you saw me as a valedictorian for primary school. I was actually doing my speech at the Pembroke Methodist Church. I just used to live with my auntie and uncle in my rebellious days. Oh, cool. Yeah, man. But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, people, you still want to sit down with me and me a ramble. I look how long me there. Nearly 1 hour and a half. Me gone. And I like up the live as you guys exit. Thank you so much for catching up with HDK. Hope you've enjoyed the live, learned something. Even if you don't agree, I hope I've left you reflective and with a little bit more information or knowledge than you had before. Please to drop the purple hearts as you exit the class. ESR Willocks, you know this, you know the drill, right? Drop the purple hearts as you exit, and of course, hit the like button as you leave class. Big up your nice clean self. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out. Bye.